Taehyung turned the South Korean military into a global spotlight with a single concert, and now the world can't stop talking about it. Why are top military officials stepping in, and what incredible honor is Taehyung about to receive? Stay with us as we uncover this groundbreaking news. Before we dive into this incredible news, I'd like to remind you to press the subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest updates. On April 7, 2025, at the 2nd Infantry Division military camp in South Korea, BTS Taehyung, known to the world as V, delivered a performance that did more than just entertain. It transformed the global perception of the South Korean military. With the world watching, Taehyung's concert became a phenomenon, catching the attention of top military officials who are now stepping in with a major honor for him. But what made this concert so impactful, and what's the big news that has everyone buzzing? Let's dive into this extraordinary tale, building up to a revelation that will leave you speechless. The 2nd Infantry Division military camp in Chuncheon, Gangwon Province, was a fortress of discipline, where soldiers trained tirelessly to protect their nation. On April 7, 2025, the camp was buzzing with an unusual energy as soldiers gathered for the annual spring concert, a rare moment of joy amidst their rigorous duties. The open field, transformed into a makeshift venue with a small stage and rows of chairs, was filled with anticipation as whispers spread that Sergeant First Class Kim Taehyung might perform. Taehyung, a member of the elite special duty team, had already won the hearts of his comrades with his warmth and leadership. But as the soldiers cheered for him that night, few could have predicted the global impact his performance would have. What was Taehyung about to do that would change everything? As the sun set over the camp, casting a golden glow over the field, Taehyung took the stage, his camouflage uniform a stark contrast to the artist the world knew as V. He began with Arirang, a traditional Korean military song, his voice rich and soulful, resonating with pride and unity. Then he transitioned into Singularity, a BTS classic, his dance moves electrifying the crowd with a precision that reflected his military training. The soldiers were on their feet, cheering and clapping, some with tears in their eyes as they felt the depth of Taehyung's effort. But this wasn't just a concert for the soldiers. What made this performance catch the world's attention? Unbeknownst to Taehyung, a soldier in the audience had recorded his performance on a smartphone, capturing every moment of his soulful singing and captivating dance. The video, uploaded to X with a simple caption, "Sergeant Taehyung at our spring concert," spread like wildfire. Within hours, it had millions of views, with ARMY sharing it across the globe, their hearts swelling with pride. The hashtag Taehyung military concert trended worldwide, and international media outlets began picking up the story, praising Taehyung for blending his military duty with his artistry. But how did this video change the perception of the South Korean military? Taehyung's performance did something unprecedented. It humanized the South Korean military in the eyes of the world. For years, the military had been seen as a symbol of strict discipline and sacrifice, often associated with the tension of the Korean peninsula. But Taehyung's concert showed a different side, a place where soldiers could find joy, where art and duty could coexist, and where a global superstar could serve with humility. International news outlets ran headlines like, "BTS V brings heart to South Korea's military," and "A soldier's song. How Taehyung is redefining military life." Social media buzzed with comments from people who had never thought about the military in this way before. What did this mean for South Korea's global image? To understand the magnitude of Taehyung's impact, let's take a closer look at his journey in the military. Since enlisting on December 11, 2023, Taehyung has been serving in the Special Duty Team, an elite unit specializing in counterterrorism. His days are filled with intense training, combat simulations, extreme cold weather drills, and long patrols that test his endurance. By April 2025, he had risen to the rank of Sergeant First Class, earning the respect of his comrades for his hard work and leadership. But how did Taehyung prepare for this concert amidst such a demanding schedule? Preparing for the concert was no easy feat for Taehyung. With his military duties already pushing him to his limits, he had to sacrifice his limited downtime, staying up late into the night to rehearse. He'd sneak into an empty training room after his comrades were asleep, practicing Arirang and Singularity until the early hours, his body aching from the day's drills. Some nights, he'd collapse onto his bunk, too exhausted to change out of his uniform, only to wake up a few hours later for another grueling day. "I wanted it to be perfect for them," Taehyung later shared, his voice heavy with emotion. What drove him to push through such challenges? Taehyung's motivation was clear. He wanted to honor his comrades, the soldiers who had become his second family. "They've been through so much," he said, referring to the challenges his fellow soldiers faced. Long hours, emotional strain, and the pressure of their duties. He saw the concert as a gift, a moment of joy to lift their spirits and remind them of the beauty in life. Taehyung often thought of the laughter they shared during breaks, the stories they told him about their families, and the way they supported each other through tough times. But how did this performance resonate with his comrades? The soldiers at the concert were deeply moved by Taehyung's performance, their reactions a mix of awe and gratitude. "I've never seen anything like it," Private Lee said, his voice trembling as he wiped away tears. "He didn't have to do this, but he did, for us." Another soldier, Corporal Park, added, "It felt like he was singing for every one of us, like he understood what we go through." The performance strengthened their bond as a unit, with Taehyung's dedication inspiring them to push harder in their own duties. But what did this moment mean for Taehyung himself? For Taehyung, the concert was a deeply emotional experience, a chance to connect with his comrades on a level beyond their shared duties. As he sang Ararang, he felt a surge of pride for his country and his role in the military, a pride that resonated in every note. During Singularity, he poured his heart into the performance, channeling the longing he felt for BTS and ARMY into his dance. "I felt so alive," Taehyung later shared, his eyes glistening with tears. "It reminded me why I love performing." But how did this moment catch the attention of top military officials? The viral video of Taehyung's performance didn't just capture the hearts of fans. It caught the attention of top military officials in South Korea. General Park Min-soo, a senior officer in the military police corps, was among the first to see the video, shared by a colleague who had been at the concert. "I was stunned," General Park later said in an interview. "Here was a soldier who not only excelled in his duties, but also brought a new light to our military through his talent." The video was passed up the chain of command, eventually reaching the highest levels of the South Korean military. What would these officials do in response? Within days of the video going viral, a meeting was held at the Ministry of National Defense in Seoul, where top military officials gathered to discuss Taehyung's impact. The room was filled with high-ranking officers, their uniforms adorned with medals, as they watched the video on a large screen. "This is a game-changer," one general remarked, his voice filled with admiration. "Taehyung has shown the world that our military is not just about strength, it's about heart." The officials agreed that Taehyung's performance had done something extraordinary. It had put the South Korean military in a positive global spotlight, something they had been working to achieve for years. But what action would they take to honor Taehyung? Taehyung's concert didn't just resonate in South Korea. It sparked reactions from around the world. International leaders and organizations took notice, with some even reaching out to the South Korean government to express their admiration. A UN official tweeted, "Taehyung's performance is a beautiful example of how art can bridge cultures, even in the military." A European ambassador to South Korea wrote an op-ed praising Taehyung for showing the human side of soldiers. The global response was overwhelming, with Taehyung's name appearing in headlines from New York to Tokyo. But how did this global attention affect Taehyung's standing in the military? Despite the global attention, Taehyung remained humble, focusing on his duties at the camp. When his comrades showed him the viral video, he blushed, his signature boxy smile lighting up his face. "I just wanted to make my comrades happy," he said, his voice filled with sincerity. "I didn't expect all of this." Taehyung continued his daily routine, leading drills, maintaining equipment, and supporting his squad, while the world buzzed around him. But behind the scenes, something big was brewing. What were the military officials planning? The South Korean military was bursting with pride over Taehyung's achievement, with officials publicly praising him for his role in transforming their image. "Sergeant Kim Taehyung has shown the world what our soldiers are capable of," General Park Min-soo said in a press conference, his voice filled with emotion. "He's not just a soldier, he's an ambassador for our values." The military began using Taehyung's performance in recruitment campaigns, highlighting the balance of duty and humanity that he represented. But there was more to come. What honor was Taehyung about to receive? As the global spotlight continued to shine on Taehyung, top military officials made a historic decision that left everyone in awe. In a private meeting at the camp, General Park Min-soo met with Taehyung, his face beaming with pride as he delivered the news. "Sergeant Kim Taehyung," he said, his voice steady but filled with emotion, "your performance has brought unprecedented honor to the South Korean military. The world is watching us because of you, and we are so proud." He paused, letting the weight of his words sink in before continuing. "We have decided to award you a prestigious military honor, the Order of Military Merit, for your contributions to our image and morale. The ceremony will take place soon, though the date is yet to be announced." Taehyung's eyes widened, tears welling up as he saluted, his heart swelling with gratitude. The news spread like wildfire, leaving army and the world in tears of pride. What would this honor mean for Taehyung's legacy? Taehyung's concert on April 7, 2025, was more than just a performance. It was a transformative moment that changed the global perception of the South Korean military, earning him the pride of top officials and a prestigious honor. From a small stage in a military camp to the world's headlines, Taehyung proved that art and duty can create something extraordinary. As we await his award ceremony, let's continue to support Taehyung on this incredible journey. Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more BTS updates. As we wrap up this groundbreaking story about Taehyung's transformative concert, we want to thank you, our amazing viewers, for joining us on this journey. Your support keeps us going, and we're so grateful to have you as part of our community. If this story left you in awe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're so close to our next milestone, and we need your help to get there. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on BTS and all the stories that matter to you. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us how Taehyung's achievement made you feel, or share your own messages of support for him. If you loved this video, give it a big thumbs up and share it with your fellow ARMY friends so they can join the celebration too. We're committed to bringing you more thrilling, heartwarming, and exclusive content, but we can't do it without you. Let's keep this journey going together. Subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned for more. Thank you for being the best fans ever. We'll see you in the next video.